Hey, you, I don't have a lot of time. I'm sure you don't have a lot of time. I just wanted to make this quickly. I'm a bit tired. Early start. I'm up in North London somewhere this morning. Heavy day at Speaker's Corner yesterday, and I am sorry I didn't record anything from there because it was an interesting day. My battery was dead by the time I got to Speaker's Corner. I was also at Crystal Palace in the morning with Roxanne and Harry from Globali, John Smith Globali. Anyway, this is a big admission, so it's taken me a while to get to this point, but after yesterday I have to acknowledge something. I think that it's becoming increasingly clear that that Earth is an oblate spheroid, that Earth is, round, in the way that science says. The reason I say this is because I think it's on an electrical torus field, and the torus field is like an apple in shape, and the torus field surrounds us. I don't know that we can leave it, so it's like an egg, but it surrounds us, and where we live, well, we live on this flat bit in the middle. It's obviously got to be flat, that what we live on. We can't live on underneath anything. That's ridiculous. People were saying to me yesterday at Speaker's Corner, oh, so there's what underneath your flat Earth? And I'm saying, so what, we can walk underneath the water, and we can walk underneath this ball? Yeah, well, because I can drop my keys on the floor. They think they're so clever. They drop their keys on the floor and go, look, I dropped my keys. That means that water's going to form under the underside of my balls, and it's not going to fall off. I'm getting exhausted of the stupidity out there, the level of willful ignorance, ignoring very good information, that evidence that Earth, that the bit that we walk on, the bit that we send our ships around, has to be a flat bit. But the oblate spheroid, yeah, I think that's an electrical torus field that surrounds us. We're in a small microcosm of that macrocosm. So we are little torus fields, little apples walking around, little energy fields walking around on a flat surface right here. We rejoin the whole when we pass on from this existence. That seems quite clear to me too. So I hope that helps clear it up. And if you're still a ball lover, you still think you have to live on the outside of the ball, well, that's crazy, man. You would fall off a ball, right? You play your football on a pitch, not on a ball. You get on the ball, you balance on it briefly, but you certainly won't balance underneath it. When you balance it on your head, it's because you're standing on the floor. Level, flat, wow. That's an attractive torus field that just walked past, I have to say. I think, folks, it's becoming increasingly clear to me that we don't have time for a meeting of the Ball Earth Society. We really do not. The shit is ramping up. Things are getting warmer. The climate is changing. Donald Trump has only got one more full term to come, and well, we know he'll get through this next election system, and he'll be the one for the full 8 years, definitely. But it's getting hot in here, and I just see the dumbness. I mean, I know people are coming in, people are more coming and going, oh yeah, I get it. But the dumbness isn't going away, and those people that are dumb now want to stay that way, or have to stay that way, because it seems to me nothing that you say to them, no amount of time, there's a guy that keeps coming back week after week. Oh, What the heck? You know, it was like, for me, yes, when I first saw a video, I was like, nah. There were very few around, and it was one of those kind of psyop those ones, that kind of disinfo ones, bullshit ones about flat Earth being a rising disk and all that crap. But it didn't take long for me to go, hey, hang on. There are things that we can't measure. And you say to guys, come on, show me the curvature that you can measure. Measure it. One came pi r yesterday, pi r squared by v. So what is what's the 10 miles? There is no answer. There's never an answer, but obfuscation and then ridiculousness, dropping my keys. I drop an apple on your head. That proves everything that I believe in. Man, there's only so much that a person can of that kind of idiocy. And I think that the people know that, the people running this game know that there is only so much idiocy that any one person can deal with, in a classroom setting, the people say, oh, okay, teach, fine, I accept that. Maybe one or two would go, oh, I'm not so sure about that. But generally the people would go, yeah, okay, I accept that. Straight up. The doctor says, oh, take these tablets. They're good for you. Oh, okay, fine, I'll take them. Don't look into them. Don't bother what the side effects are or anything like that. Just take them because the doctor said. Believe this because the teacher said. Accept that because the religious dogma said. This is pure insanity. We're saying, go back, look at the stuff yourself. Don't accept that the medicines are safe at face value. Don't accept that the religious teachers are not themselves misled, and the science teachers, but they want to hang on to this. And I think those people are designed to hang on to this forever. I don't know why, but I've got a feeling like it's just, I've got friends that have heard me say this now for 3 years, and they still won't budge. Earth, water is flat. Earth has to be flat. It works in a swimming pool, guys. It doesn't work. Try and hang it on the other side of a ball, man. Gravity, dropping your keys on the floor does not mean you can drop them when you're upside down and they're going to go the other way. They're going to come back to some center mass that you cling to, this idea of a center mass that's sucking everything in. And yet all the laws of science that we observe in a laboratory say that it has to be, build a miniature town. You'll build it on a flat surface. My dad built me a large train set when I was a child on a flat board. No curvature required. Why have curvature? It's bollocks. Why live on a ball? That's total bollocks. We do not have time for a meeting of the Ball Earth Society. Really, that is bollocks. But these guys are going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming. Because the level of indoctrination and willful ignoramusness seems to be so well engineered in that they will only hear it from their masters. I want to keep moving forward. I want to keep contributing. I want to keep raising the vibration of humanity. I'm not sure we'll achieve it by trying to bludgeon our less agile-minded brethren. And I assume there are brethren. I don't jump to the conclusion that there are some alternate they live type creature being. I don't, obviously I can't know these things, but I don't leap to that. I have faith that this is part of the game and that the negative-positive duality has to remain in order for the game to have the energy to continue. Perhaps that's it. And perhaps it's because we are so thick-headed in some cases, there's no chance for us to reach that Christhood or Christ head, that divine essence, that godliness that we should have. So the last thing I want to do is fight my way through the next 5 years at Speaker's Corner and have just one after another in the army of wood-headed brothers, just to keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, because that will suck away the you know, the kind of the other valuable things that we can do, because there's a lot of positive things that we can do. So I hope to continue to add to that. I think that if you've managed to watch this far, you're probably, you know, not a ball boy anymore. And if you are, this is probably like nails down the chalkboard. So I don't really want to antagonize, but I do want to jam a finger in the backside of these people and go, wake up. You have a wonderful life to live, and trust me, it's there for the taking. If you think you're having it as a ball boy, as a science experiment that's never really worked out, you know, a theoretical science experiment, then there's no truth in that. There's no real life in that. I can say that with an open heart and absolute knowledge that this is my experience. And I want to share that. I don't want to be, you know, if people don't want to accept that, fine, that's absolutely fine. They can walk away. But for those people who, and I met a few over the last few days who go, yeah, you know what, there's something in that I want for myself. Because me, as a thinking human, I was looking for answers my whole life. And then at some point in my 30s, late 30s, maybe 40s, I gave up because I didn't think there was a purpose to this life other than this materialist Darwinian shit that I was eating. So I'm so grateful that I have this knowledge now, and it is absolutely imperative that I impart it and that I share it, I give it away. And that's all I'm trying to do, but I can't do it arguing with, you know, the knuckle draggers from the ball brigade, the cock and ball brigade. That's what they are. They're following some kind of, my friend Wasim doesn't like me saying this, my Muslim friend who's just joined the flat earth kind of activity down at Speaker's Corner, doesn't like hearing this, but it is actually patriarchal. It is actually run by like a whole lot of men who never marry and who seem to spend a lot of time with other men and get caught out with other boys, and you know, there's a lot of homosexual kind of stuff going on in that. And my theory is that why they sort of made homosexuality into such a bad thing was that they wanted to force homosexuals to feel like they were excluded, a little bit like maybe a black person was excluded, or this was, you know, it's just like another form of mind control. Get those people on side, bring them out into the open, or bring them down into the dark dungeons along with them, and so on. So actually, yes, I think that the religions are masking some kind of other weird shit. It's disgusting. It really is disgusting. You know, I was saying to someone yesterday, how is it the Vatican can store all of that knowledge and no one ever gets to ask them what's going on? We're never allowed up their back passage. Only they get there. All the time, it seems. Anyway, so enough cock and balls, enough of your bleating ball society, just, you know, wood-headedness. And I need to move forward, and I need to bring the love out, you know, not the squabbling and fighting over ridiculous fucking notions of living on living on a teardrop. Some guys yesterday, what about, I'll give you a dewdrop on a blade of grass. Do you see how round that is? Oh, man. These guys haven't done any, they just listen to their little chat show host of that evening or whatever, and, you know, been spoon-fed the next piece of shit to continue this bollocks. Anyway, I've got to go into the office now and do a little bit of office-related work, and that kind of, I'm grateful for the work, but that's another matter. Anyway, thank you for your time. Have a super, super day. And you know, it is all actually about love and, you know, getting there together, and hopefully bring lots of people along with us. So have a cool day, and see you soon.